You facing adversity. You facing the struggle. You fighting your demons. You know? You putting in the work. You waking up early in the morning. You eating right. You're thinking right. Your mental is clear. You know? While you're doing all of these things, while you fasting, while you praying, all of this are things that you're doing on the journey. While you falling down. Sometimes on the journey when you climbing up that mountain, while you crawling, you might try to reach for that other rock that you're trying to use to climb off of. You might slip and you might fall back down. It's like that. You might slip and fall back down. You might be consistent 50% up the way, and as soon as you hit that 55%, you might slip and you might have to start over again. It's like that sometimes. It's like that sometimes, gang. That's the dark side of consistency. That's the dark side of the journey of reaching the best version of yourself, of becoming somebody that you can be proud of. There's a lot of slips, trips, and falls. There's a lot of obstacles. It's not easy. Adversity is not easy. Struggle is not easy. Not being comfortable is not easy. It's hard, bro. I'm telling you right now, it's hard, gang. It's hard. One of the hardest things you will ever do. Trying to succeed, trying to become that guy that you can tell stories of to your kids and grandkids and tell them of the exploits and of the goals you accomplished, of your ambitious journey. Going back and being that guy that can tell these legendary stories, it's hard to become that person. It's not easy. It's not, bro. But if you can pull it together, if you can slip while you at 50% and get back up, not stay down at the bottom of the cliff and be like, man, I'll just take a break. You know what I'm saying? I'll just take a break on this journey, you know? Not wasting time and being that guy that wants to take a break, saying, you know what? I slipped, let's get back up. Let me bandage up my wounds and get back up. Let me regroup. Like Ha Davis be saying, let's regroup. You feel me? Let's regroup and go at it again. We don't stay down. We don't stay down. You get back up. You try again. There's a poem that says try again. If I try and don't succeed, try again. You have to keep trying. And that's why I needed to make this part 2 to tell y'all that you can't give up while you're on that journey, while you're applying the law of equivalent exchange, while you staying down until you come up. You can't let small losses discourage you. This is a war we fighting. It's a war. To become immortal again, to reach heaven, and to break bread with Yahweh at his table, to walk the streets of gold, to walk in the path of angels, to greet angels as if they're regular beings, you're gonna have to go through a lot of adversity, and you have to go through a lot of battles before you ultimately win the war. You have to go through battles, bro. That's the mentality you have to have when you slip up and fall. Whenever you get on a streak of not watching porn, when you get on a streak of not beating your meat every day. Yeah, y'all relate. When you get on a streak of not masturbating and you relapse, don't stay stuck in that lower state of consciousness, in that lower state of being. Don't get stuck there. It's easy to get stuck there. It's easy to just keep on relapsing. It's easy to keep on going back to that ex that's not really for you. It's easy to keep going back to that ex that played on your top, but y'all comfortable. So That's who you know. That's who you comfortable with. So even though they did you dirty, you gonna still go back. It's easy to do that. It's easy to go back to that sin that you know you shouldn't be doing, that you know doesn't please God, but it's comfortable for you in a moment, so you keep going back. It's easy to keep on going back to eating burgers after you've been eating salads, after you've been eating right. A good diet. It's easy to go back. It's easy to go back to smoking weed after you've been 3 months sober. It's easy to go back. It's easy to go back to alcohol. It's easy to turn back. It's easy to turn around and say, you know what? This is not for me. That's what your lower self tells you. Your higher self tells you to keep pushing. Your lower self says, man, is this really for you? Like, do you really want to stop eating pizza? Do you really want to stop eating fried chicken? Do you really want to stop having sex? Do you really want to stop beating your meat? Do you really want to stop watching porn? Do you really want to stop being lazy? Nah, I kind of like it. It's comfortable. Do you really want to stop being comfortable? Do you really want to stop selling weed, selling drugs, whatever you're doing? Do you really want to stop being a prostitute? Do you really want to stop stripping? Do you really want to stop doing these things that are easy for you? But you stripping, you got to deal with all of them men that's stalking you now. You got buku men that just seen you in a strip club that's now they on your trail. Now you got weirdos stalking you. You selling drugs. Yeah, you might make some money, but now you got the police that's on your trail. Now you can't see a cop car without being paranoid. Now you got people, now you got ops that's watching you, ops that's waiting to catch you lacking. So you gotta carry a gun. Now that you gotta carry a gun, now you gotta feel hard. Because now you gotta use it. Now you a gangster when you just was selling weed. You know? It's real, bro. This life is real. And this video not gonna be too long, but this life is real, bro. Bro, it's easy. It's easy to be normal. It's easy to take the shortcuts. It's easy to take the easy way out. It's easy to just be a hoe whenever you know you should, whenever you know your body is sacred. This vessel that you're abiding in is sacred. But it's easy to let anybody penetrate it when you're a female. It's so easy to just open your legs. That's all you gotta do. It's easy to not say no. Whenever you got this dude that's cute that's trying to have sex with you. It's easy to let him in your crib. It's easy to let him in your room. It's easy to let him come under your covers with you. It's easy. It's hard to say no though. Especially for females. It's hard to say no. See, for men, it's easy to be a hoe. For men, it's hard to be a hoe and easy to say, you know what, I'm not going to go have sex with these girls. It's easy because you don't have that many options in the first place. But for females, it's hard because what man, like I just said, men don't have a lot of options. Men can't just go have sex whenever they want to. Women can have sex whenever they want. As a woman, you can have sex whenever you want to. That makes it hard. That makes it hard to be a virgin. That makes it hard to be celibate when you're a woman. Because so many people coming at you. You know what I'm saying? It's just real, bro. This is real. Real talk. So I said all that to say is that it's easy to give up. It's easy to give up, man. It's easy. It's easy to press your way fast. Pray every day. Read your Bible. It's easy to stop. It's easy to say, you know what, man? Gang them going to a party this weekend, man. It won't hurt if I take a little break. Next thing you know, you relapse. Next thing you know, you partying every weekend. Next thing you know, you're not reading your Bible as much as you was. Next thing you know, you're not praying as much as you was. It's easy because your body is... Whenever we ate that fruit, we lowered our vibration. We lowered our vibration because we found out what's good and what's bad when we only were meant to know what's divine. We were only meant to know divinity. But when we ate that tree, we knew what's good and what's bad. Now it's harder because you know what's good and what's bad. Now it's harder to just do right because there's the bad option too. And that bad option might be easier than the good option. We made it harder on ourselves. So now our bodies are conditioned to that. Our bodies are conditioned to want to take the easy route. Our bodies are conditioned to want to take the shortcut. Our bodies are conditioned to not want to exchange adversity for success. Our bodies are conditioned to not want to do that. Our bodies are conditioned to want an easy life. Our bodies are conditioned to want mediocrity. Our bodies are conditioned to just want to be normal. You got to have a different mindset. You got to be a different type of person to reprogram your mind, to reprogram your body and say, you know what, I want to live by the spirit. I want to live high vibrational. I want to be successful. I want to give up these things so that I can have this in the future. You got to have a mindset that takes you there. You know what I'm saying? And it's real, bro. You got to have a mindset that takes you to that level. Because it's hard to get there. It's hard to get there on your own. And I'm going to start wrapping it up now. Back to what I was saying towards the beginning. It's so crucial to go through struggle. It's so crucial to go through adversity, because whenever you get to the top of the mountain, after you fail so many times, after you slip down so many times, after you hurt yourself so many times trying to get there, it's so beautiful when you finally make it, because now you get to sit back at the top and reminisce on all of the adversity you went through to be here, to be where you are now, to be your future self, to be your best version. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like my wife right now, my beautiful wife Heaven is in nursing school right now. It's going to be so beautiful whenever she becomes an RN, after she's had to go through all of the trials and tribulations of the testing every day, having to study every day, not being able to go have fun. It's going to be so beautiful whenever she becomes an RN, because she's going to know what it took to get there. You have to go through the struggle, because the struggle is part of success. You cannot be successful without struggling. They're the same thing. They're two sides of the same coin. You can't have one without having the other. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Whenever you're on the top of that mountain and you looking down on the whole world, you looking down, you get to the top of the road and now you looking down on everybody else. You looking down on everything you had to pass up. You looking down on everything you had to deny. You looking down on everything you had to say no to. For what's up here at the top. It's deep, bro. It's profound. The struggle is profound because it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so majestic. It's so wonderful. It's so amazing. It's magnificent. The struggle is magnificent. Adversity is magnificent. Because once you make it out, once you in the hood, when you in the hood and you got to deal with people robbing your house, when you in the hood and you got to deal with niggas shooting up your house, when you in the hood and you got to deal with your friends getting killed, when you in the hood and you got to deal with peer pressure, people telling you, man, sell drugs, do this and do that. When you in the hood and you got to see, and when you got to see your mama on drugs. When you in the hood and you got to see your uncle fiending at night. When you in the hood and you got to see your grandma being a flunky. When you got to see your grandma buying doggone pills and drugs from the plug. And the plug might be your friend. Selling that to your grandma. You seen your grandma tweaking at night, shaking at night, fighting them demons. It's real. It's real, bro. This is real life. Everything I'm saying is real life. This is stuff that I've seen for myself, and I ain't even grow up that deep in the hood. I grew up in the hood, but I grew up in the suburbs too. I went a lot of different walks through life. I've experienced a lot of different things. I've lived a lot of different lifestyles, and I'm only 22 years old. If some of y'all don't know, I'm just 22, bro. I just turned 22 in October. When you at the top and you look down on everything you had to go through, everybody that didn't make it with you, everybody who might have died, everybody who might have slipped that 50% of the mountain and they didn't make it like you. They didn't survive the fall like you did. They weren't able to bounce back. They died. They didn't have the favor that you had. They didn't get lucky. It's real. You look at all your fallen soldiers that fell by the wayside. Who gonna make it for them? Who gonna keep on chasing the dream for them? What about the ones who died? What about the ones who couldn't make it to where you got? Who gonna make it for them? Who gonna achieve success for them? My homie Chaston died when I was in middle school. That man wanted to be a rapper. He wanted to make it out. Life ain't go in his favor, but who gonna live the dream for Chaston? We all gonna just give up? Nah, Chaz, I got you, gang. I got you, bro. I'll be the one to do it. I'll be the one that carries your legacy, and I'm able to speak and be able to talk about your story in front of millions, in front of thousands, in front of hundreds. I'll be the one who carries on your story. I'll do it. You can't carry on your brother that died story if you still in the same place that he died. It's deep. It's real. You in the same place that nigga died. Talking about you want to do better. Talking about you doing this for him. R.I.P. Telling his story. Man, who you telling? You telling a story to the same niggas who seen him die. Do better so you can tell his story to people that don't know him. Be better. You gotta be better. I'm trying to be better. So I can carry on A.N. legacy. So I can carry on Chaston legacy. So I can carry on my Papa U. Miller legacy. We gotta be better, bro. We gotta be better. You can't just be normal. That's so crazy, bro. You got niggas out here, R.I.P. Man, we gonna carry it on. We gonna make sure you live forever. Posting all this stuff on social media when somebody died. Man, you posting, man. And what's the reason? Because the reason y'all posting is because you saying, man, I'm gonna keep talking about it. I'm gonna post him forever. Bro, what's the point? What's the point of posting him forever and you in the same place he got killed? What's the point? What's the point if we're not progressing in life? It don't pay to tell that man's story and you still in the same place. Who gonna hear it? What's the point? What's the point, bro? That's why I'm saying this, man. You got fallen soldiers that couldn't make it to the top of the mountain. They ain't live enough to see the top of the mountain. They ain't live long enough. They ain't have the favor that you got to still be alive. The favor that you have by just still being able to breathe. A lot of people lost that right. It's a privilege to be alive, man. And we take it for granted, bro. It's a privilege. Stop living like dead men. Stop, bro. It's not a right. You don't got no right to be alive. It's a privilege. So use it. Use it wisely. Become your best version. Don't be the same as everybody else who decided to be mediocre. That decided to still live the same life that homie died from. You talking about your homie died, R.I.P., but you still living the same life that killed him. So now you gonna be next. Or you gonna be in jail. It's real. Come on, man. You still in the same place watching your uncle be a junkie. Watching your grandma be a flunky. Come on, man. Who gonna do better? When we gonna do better, bro? Come on, man. Be better, bro. Strive for greatness. I said all that to say, bro, the beauty is in the struggle. It's so hard to make it to the top of the mountain. It's hard. But it's so beautiful when you do. When you finally make it. It's a different feeling of bliss that you feel. When you finally at the mountaintop and you looking down at everything you had to get through. You looking down at all of the obstacles. You looking down at all of the wolves that came bite you and you had to fend them off. You looking down on all of the demons that's still getting the people that's still down there. Demons that you got past. Demons that you uppercut. Demons that you got past, bro. Demons that you shot down. Demons that you fought and you won against. Whenever you finally win the war, You look down on all of the battles that you had to go through to finally win the war. All of the fallen soldiers that died in those battles. For you to finally win the war. I'm going to use an anime reference. Attack on Titan. Mikasa, Armin. All of them. They finally got to the point to where they found peace in the world from Eren. They finally got there. And when Levi, that's the perfect, when Levi finally, when they finally defeated Eren after the rumbling, and Levi sat there and could finally, when you can finally just, when you can finally have that peace of mind, when you finally have that peace of mind, you're going to start thinking, you're going to start reminiscing on Hanji. Levi thought about Hanji. He thought about Erwin. He thought about everybody in the scout regiment that had to die for them to get to where they are now. It's real. That's why I love anime, man. And I'm going to make a video about anime one day, about how real anime really get. How you can really apply anime philosophies to your real life. Certain animes. But I said all that to say, I want to be like Levi. I want to be like Armin. I want to be like Mikasa. I want to be able to sit at the top and look and think about all the people that I knew that didn't make it to where I am right now. And be able to say, you know what, I got y'all, man. I'm going to carry y'all energy on my back. I'm going to carry your soul on my back. I'm going to carry your legacy on my back, and I'm going to get us to the top. Yeah, you die, but I'm going to put your legacy on my back, and I'm going to carry us to the top of the mountain. I'll be the one to do it. I'll be the one to apply the law of equivalent exchange and sacrifice the present for the future. I'll be the one to sacrifice the adversity for success. I'll be the one. That's what you got to tell yourself. Will you be the one? Will you be the one to break your family's generational curses? That's the reason homie died. That's generational curses that killed him. That's generational curses that killed your homies that you saying RIP to. You don't even understand. They died by demons. Those demons that are attached to our ancestors that keep on coming back to us. Generational. These are generational entities that keep on coming generation after generation to curse us. To make sure that we don't succeed. To make sure that we don't get back to heaven to meet God. To meet Yahweh. These are demons. These are entities that are trying to stop us. Generation after generation after generation. It's 2024, man. How long we gonna let these generational curses live? How long we gonna allow them to live and keep on attacking us, to keep holding us down? How long are we gonna allow that, bro? How long we gonna keep having children out of wedlock when we know we should get married? How long are we gonna keep on doing these lower vibrational activities when we know about the higher ones? A lot of y'all don't know about the higher ones, though. That's why Joseph of Mine is here. To inform you of the way that you can live. To inform you of the vibration that you can feel. The frequency that you can align yourself with. Of the tune that you can put yourself on. That's higher than the one you were on. To change your family's dynamic. To make your family into a millionaire. To be like LeBron. Take his family out of Akron. Now he living in Los Angeles. To break the generational curses. That's the point. That's the point of this life. To break the generational curses. So that your children don't gotta go through what you went through. But you want your kids to still see their friends dying too? Nah, my son not gonna be like that. My daughter not gonna be like that. I'm gonna make sure they don't have to go through the things that I went through. I'm gonna make sure they don't have to see the things I seen. That's the point. That's the point of you being here. That's the point of you listening to this video. The point is for you to start at the bottom, climb the mountain, sit at the top, and look down on what you had to go through. And now you raise your next generation at the top of the mountain. Don't raise your next generation at the bottom of the mountain where you was raised at. Raise them at the top. Don't raise them how you was raised. Don't let them have to see their friends dying over silly stuff. I don't want my friends to die over no silly stuff. If somebody see me, if I die, I want to die over something meaningful. I want my life to be a testament of hard work and dedication. Not of me playing around. Not of me selling drugs. Not of me being around areas I should have never been in. Not of me dying a death that I never had no business dying. Stop, bro. Stop it, man. Let's climb the mountain together. Let's reach the pinnacle so that we can all put our hands on top of each other, that we can all hold hands and be like, dog, we did it. We did it. Whenever me and heaven reach the place we trying to reach to, whenever me and my wife heaven reach our best selves, whenever me and my homie Zeb reach our best selves, that's my mentor Zeb. We're going to talk about him later on another video. But whenever me and my close ones that are on the same journey as me reach to the top, we going to look at each other and we going to start crying. I'm going to shed a tear. Whenever me and Aaron reach the top, we're going to shed a tear. Because we're going to think on what we had to go through. With me and my mama on this journey right now, when me and her get to the top, we're going to shed tears. Because we're going to think of all the adversity we had to go through. We're going to think of all of the mistakes that we had to correct. We're going to think of all of the battles that we lost. We're going to think of all of the soldiers that fell. When we all go to heaven and we sitting at the table eating, breaking bread with Yahweh, when we finally reach the point to where we can break bread with our Creator again, we gonna all shed tears, because we gonna all praise, we gonna all worship, we gonna all clap our hands because of the struggle that we had to go through to get here. We gonna say it wasn't easy, but it was worth it. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it, gang. To make my first $100,000, it wasn't easy, but it was worth it. Now, I can say I made 100 bands, which I actually did make 100 bands before. In a year, I made 100 bands last year. I'll get into that. I'm telling y'all, I've lived this stuff. I've seen it for myself. That's why I can say it with so much conviction. That's why I can say it like I mean it. Because I've seen it for myself. And I'm still climbing. I'm not close to the top. I'm not even close to halfway to the top of my mountain, but I'm still climbing. Law of equivalent exchange. There's beauty in the struggle, bro. Don't let your struggle be ugly. You're going to struggle regardless. Don't let it be an ugly struggle. Don't let it be a struggle that you went through for nothing. Get something out of it. You're already hurting. Get some out of your hurt. You're already crying. Get some out of your tears. Make sure your tears mean something, man. Make sure your pain means something at the end of the day when you die. Make sure that your life meant something. You're already struggling. Don't struggle to stay the same. Struggle to be better. I'm out, man. I love y'all. Peace. Man, I'm just too tense. Peace, man. I love y'all, bro. Dog, I'm passionate right now, dog, because this facts, man. Bro, this facts, dog. Man, it's crazy. I love y'all, man. This video almost longer than the other one, bro. I didn't even want it to be this long. I love y'all, dog. Keep going, man. Keep going. Keep striving. Keep striving for perfection. Keep striving for a mark of a higher calling. Keep striving for excellence. Keep striving for excellence, gang. Bro, sis. Keep striving, man. And we gonna make it one day. One day we all gonna sit at the top of the mountain with our feet dangling. And look at everything we had to go through to get here. Look down on everything we had to go through. Look down on everybody who didn't want to do it. Look down on everybody, not looking down in a prideful way, but look down as in, man, you could have been here too. Look down on everybody who you told. Look down on everybody who didn't have the courage to climb the mountain. Look down at everybody who slipped down and said, man, I'm good, I'm coming back up. They gotta look up to you. That's why in the Bible it says the last shall be first and the first shall be last. The people was at the head of the line who lost their motivation, who thought they knew it all, who thought they did enough already. They're the ones who you're going to look down on because you kept learning. You kept striving. You kept going to the gym. You kept eating right. You kept reading your Bible. You kept dying out to your flesh. You kept being sober. You're going to look down on them and they're going to look up to you. And you used to look up to them and they used to look down on you. You got to do this. That's why you got to do this, man. For the people that look down on you. So they can look up to you one day. So you can humble them. Sometimes you gotta humble people, man. I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes you gotta be the one to humble them, to make them come to realization. Man, if Joe did it, I let Joe pass me up. I should have been there already. Let me get back on track. Let me get back on track, man. I should have never let Joe pass me up. Let me get back on track, man. Let me tell Joe thank you for making me realize that I fell off, that I stumbled and I fell, and I didn't even realize I fell, that I got comfortable while he kept striving, while he kept on going through the struggle. Let me tell Joe, man, my bad for clowning you, bro, for taking cold showers. Man, my bad for clowning you for going to the gym. My bad for clowning you for saying you ain't want to come to the party. My bad for clowning you because you ain't want to do the things we was doing, because the things we were doing was making us stay the same. Why the things you stopped doing made you better. We couldn't stop though, Joe. Thank you for being that example. Be that person that the people that look down on you can come back and say, man, thank you for making me realize I lost it, bro. Realize that, man, I got off the path. Thank you, gang. Thank you, little bro. You still little bro, man. Thank you for becoming a big bro in a way. I'm telling y'all right now, a lot of people that used to look down on me, a lot of people that then tried to call me little bro, they still going, and I'm going to make a video on haters and stuff like that another day. But I promise you, the ones that's going to understand that, man, Joe was right this whole time. That so-and-so was right. Bobby was right. Man, my bad, bro. I should have listened to you. I should have listened to you, gang. I'm sorry. I'm better now, though. Help me. Help me. Be the person that's keeping me accountable. I need that. Keep me accountable, bro. And all of these things I can make so many videos about this stuff, bro. But that'll conclude this one, man. All peace, all love to all of you, all abundance. I hope you guys keep striving, and I hope we all can make it to that table one day. I hope we can all make it to where we all walk in the streets of gold one day. Everybody not gonna make it, but I hope we do. I hope we're a part of the group that makes it. I hope we're a part of the group that hears well done, my good and faithful servant. Not just because we lived a life that was righteous in God's eyes, but because we didn't live like dead men. Not only is he telling us, well done, my good and faithful servant, because we walked the path that he wanted, but because we also didn't be comfortable being mediocre. That we didn't be comfortable being broke. That we actually tried to live in abundance. That's why he's going to tell us, well done. You lived an abundant life, my son, my daughter. Mentally, physically, and spiritually, you lived an abundant life. Here's your crown. Here's your crown. Here's your one-way ticket to the streets of gold. You don't ever got to go back. You don't ever got to go back to struggling now, because you did your time. You don't ever got to go back to adversity, because you did your time. Here you go. Here's a seat next to me. Here you go. This is what you get for fighting a good fight. This is what you get for keeping the faith. This is what you get for going through the struggle and staying down. Going through the struggle and not giving up. This is what you get for that. You don't never gotta go back. We ain't gonna ever have to go back to who we used to be once we make it. We ain't gonna ever have to go back. You better not go back. Love y'all. Peace.